everyone, 3 Alvin. This brand new movie just dropped on Netflix called Nonnas, and this movie is starring Linda Cardellini, Vince Vaughn, and this movie it is directed by Seven Korjowski. And in this movie, we see Vince Vaughn recently, after losing her mother, he decided to open this Italian restaurant in Staten Island with all these women he knows to cook there basically he decided to hire them as a chef for that restaurant. And all this kind of like a grandmas, they have very different personality, and they come from different background, and they all come together in this restaurant and they try to make it work. So watching this movie was just like wow, it was quite an experience, especially if you like Vince Vaughn's movies in early 2000, Dodgeball, like many Vince Vaughn's movies are earlier days. This movie has his early comedy days movie vibe to it. So if you are a fan of Vince Vaughn's, you will like this movie. But if you don't like him that much, I think this movie will be okay for you, because I feel like all the other supporting character in this movie, they are quite entertaining and likable. And Linda Cardellini, she plays a widow in this movie, and I thought she was also quite delightful. And also Susan Sarandon, she's also in this movie. Also, like, what was his name? Joe Manganiello, right? He's also in this movie. So this movie, it is about, all this Italian food. Watching this movie makes you hungry. End of it, you are like just wow. Especially after watching all this yummy food. Wow. I was really irritated because I felt like to eat them. They look so delicious and yummy. So this movie, it kind of takes audience, back to like early 2000 comedy drama era. Like, this movie takes place in Brooklyn, and kind of takes you in this Staten Island. And this movie actually kind of like shamelessly, it is advertised for New York City. And as they're thinking, like, because recently I visited New York City on a Staten Island ferry. If you ever plan to take that, it's free. It's free, that ferry ride. And the ferry ride is quite breathtaking. So this movie really feels like kind of like Netflix got a lot of pay from New York City. Now that actually New York is I don't know, honestly. If you are from New York, let me know in the comment. Is that true? Is the tourists are not going there? So if it's true that less tourists are visiting New York City, please let me know in the comment, because I want to know if it's a real story or it's fake, because I always see them on TikTok. If you are Italian, will you like this movie? There's some like stereotypical song like Mamma Mia. I was like, wow. I don't know if I like those songs over and over, because it does feel a little bit like stereotypical. Of course, my biggest problem with this movie is Vince Vaughn. Is he Italian or not? Because he doesn't look like he's Italian. Why didn't Netflix get a real Italian background actor? Like, that is like I was thinking. That being said, recently I was watching this movie on Netflix, He's My Father. It is starring Robert De Niro, and what is that comedian name? That movie is actually trending right now. That movie brings you real Italian flavor. This movie brings you like actual food flavor. So what did I like in this movie is actually all this grandma. They're quite likable. I do like Vince Vaughn, like a medium level. I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's not bad in this movie, I would say. Oh, well, honestly, I did like this movie, but this movie, yeah, maybe it's likable right now. Later, I don't know how Italian people will feel, because often I see they get mad when Hollywood do this stereotypical stuff. So this one doesn't have that, I guess, but it does have some same like song as like what? But then again, Italian people, they are very like, like this. So, but nobody want to see them on screen like this. That is why, I don't know personally how will they feel about this movie. But of course, I really liked it, because like, I'm not Italian, so I don't know how they will feel. But I personally really liked. Someone who been to New York City a couple of times, I did like watching it, and like I've been to actually that like New York City has a little Italian town. Uh, yeah, that town is so cool, and I did eat there. So all the food were not as good as you thought. Personally, I thought this movie was quite interesting idea. This is for one of those movie. It will take you back into early 2000 comedy era when Hollywood was making this kind of movie. So I feel like Netflix for a good job for bringing this kind of old style comedy drama, like especially family centered movie, like bring them back. I feel like Netflix has a huge audience to experience this. Then again, every time they make anything like centers around any like any nation, I will say, people get often offended. So I don't know how will people feel. I feel like it was good. I really like all the grandma, they're fighting. One grandma is from Sicily and one is from Bologna, and they're fighting over something. I was like, wow, that's so good. The same time I was thinking, how, like, is this real or not? Yeah, so I personally did like this movie, but it will depend on the audience. This movie really, it will depend on how much you like Vince Vaughn, how much you like this movie showing on. It will depend on all of this thing. And if you like any of this thing I mentioned, you will like this movie. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't share other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take